Hello everybody and welcome back to Ready Steady DIY and another 2-minute tool review. This week we'll be taking a look at the Knipex 7131-200 compact bolt cutters. These tools typically are marketed towards professionals, but if you're a homeowner, eventually you're going to come across a nail that's sticking out of a piece of wood in your garage, something poking out of some concrete, just something made of metal that's small that you have to cut. Your lineman's pliers aren't going to do the job every time. When you get to that point and you need something better, Knipex as a company is a good choice, and this particular set of mini bolt cutters is a really good idea to have around. They're expensive, but in the end, I think it's worth it. They're 200 millimeters long, or about 8 inches. That's a pretty practical length. It's a lot more practical than a regular set of bolt cutters. And add that to the fact that they're pretty lightweight, they weigh about 400 grams. You can carry these around or have them in a toolbox. They're pretty convenient. They're also really powerful. They have an excellent grip, and the pivot point is quite close to the jaws, which increases the amount of torque you can generate when you're cutting. That gives you an excellent amount of force. According to Knipex, that gives you 35 times over manual force. It cuts soft material up to 6 millimeters in diameter. It'll cut bolts, nails, and rivets up to 5.2 millimeters in diameter. And something that's really hard, like piano wire, it can cut through up to 3.6 millimeters in diameter. That's like a lot. The tool has cutting edges that are induction hardened, but more interesting, I think, is the recess feature in the blades. It's there to position the material in the optimum spot on the blades and hold it there so that when you close the blades, it doesn't skid out the front. When you're cutting round wire, that's really handy. There's a gripping surface, which is pretty useful for pulling wire, but it also can pull nails. Grab the nail and then use the tool to pry it out. And it feels pretty solid when it's in your hand. I bought them first to cut some aircraft cable. That can be pretty tough to cut through, but the Knipex cut right through it really quickly. They're not designed to cut stranded wire, but they cut through it just fine. I've really enjoyed having these in my toolkit. I thought you should know about it. So there's your 2-minute tool review. Hope that helped you out. The thumbs up button and the subscribe button are right below. If there's any way you could subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. But even if you don't, feel free to leave a comment. Comments help me make the channel better, and that's what I'm after. Until next week, take care, have fun, stay safe on your DIY projects, and I'll talk to you next Saturday.